You know, it's the nuttiest thing. Like, as I'm just trying to sit here and exist, I don't know what it is, but I hear outside my window every, like, 4 seconds, there's like a ew, 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 and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I have no idea. And it's like nonstop all the time, so I have no idea what it is. It could be like a car, but it's here now. It was here at midnight last night when I was trying to sleep, and it's ever so quiet, and it just kind of exists, and it's like ew, 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 ew. I didn't realize I was a little lowly ambulance chaser here. I never really anticipated maxing this tune, but I didn't really expect getting farther than this anyway. Like, it literally looks like the person, like, crashed mid-walk. Like, they were walking right next to me, and then just were gone. Can we pull up the video real quick? Are they back? Are we good to go? Yo, we are good. But how's it going, everybody? It's your pal Mega Snoop, and today I'm doing a CJ because I try to keep it fresh and do something different. You know, this is pretty different, right? You don't usually see too many CJ gameplays in the videos because usually people aren't doing CJs. It's really easy to just kind of get a VP or a factory group, but not so much a CJ. So we're mixing it up the best we can, even though there's like only like a dozen things you can do on the game. So there's gonna be some repeat. That's how it is. Welcome to Toontown. But I just had one topic I wanted to talk about today, hence the title of the video. I thought it would be a fun topic to just kind of cover because this is something that I feel like a lot of people do know, but it could be something people don't know. And it's not like a tips or tricks, but it's just kind of a more discussion of why the game is the way it is and how it got to be to the point where it is now. So as many of you can tell, this is a CJ battle. So this is Toontown Rewritten. And I've probably said time and time again, the reason why I don't go on Toontown Rewritten too much is because of the fact that I've completed everything there is on the game. I have a toon that's 137 laugh. He has every single trophy. He's beaten every single boss. He has every single laugh point. And when you beat a game, usually you're done. Like, you don't have too much incentive to go back and keep playing it or beat it again. Just recently, I got the Platinum Trophy for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Terrific game. Enjoyed it very much. I put 150 hours into it. I very, very much liked it. I got every single trophy, every single unlockable, every single treasure, every single mystery, every single boss. And then I got 100% and I deleted the game. Probably won't install it and play it again, but I still love it. I thought it was great. That's not too difficult of a concept. I think I've said that concept a million times before. It's fine. I love it when sound misses. However, with Toontown Corporate Clash, on the other hand, I haven't finished everything. Still haven't maxed my toon. I still have some things to do. At some point I need to do racing. Gosh, I don't want to do racing, but I'll get it done. I'll do it. Plus, their new events and limited time tasks are something that I really like, really enjoy getting on the game for. I've also made it no secret that I generally prefer playing Clash because it has more content and because it has more updates and because I do enjoy the battle style more. It's a little bit more elaborate, makes you think a little bit more rather than, oh, 11s, alright, 2 fog, 2 trunk, easy, right? But one of the reoccurring questions I tend to get on my stream, which is why I thought it would make a good video, is if that's the case, Aaron, if you really think Toontown Corporate Clash is just the better built game, then why doesn't it have more players? Yo, I love it when sound misses again. I'm just gonna alt F4. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I like this game. Me too. Me too, monkey. Me too. But it's no secret that like TTR usually pulls in around 2,000 players, maybe a little bit less as of late, but you know, it's still holding strong for the most part. And then Corporate Clash is pulling like 400 to 500, like at its peak and on the weekends, and then maybe during the regular week it's like 200, 300, which is still good. That's like still miles better than all of the other Toontown servers that have tried and failed, you know? But then the question is, why is TTR the one up here? Why is Corporate Clash the one that's right here? And why is everything else down here? Well, I would say first, one big point is marketing. What TTR did so well from the very, very beginning was market themselves well. Because if you remember back in 2014, 2015, when all of these small projects were starting to grow, TTR wasn't even the only one. It's not that TTR was there first, it's the one that marketed itself the best. TTR really does like to brand itself as the Toontown, right? You are looking for the Toontown experience that you had when you were a kid, and you type in Toontown on Google, what comes up? Toontown Rewritten. It holds the most values that are true to the original game, and so when you are somebody who hasn't played the game in a while and you're looking to play it again and you want to know if it's still around, you're gonna find TTR. They just did a really good job about that. From the very beginning, they were the ones that put their name out there in front of Toontown Infinite, in front of Toontown House, in front of Toontown Fellowship. Toontown Rewritten was the one that kind of had that staple first. And I think the number 2 point here is nostalgia. Most of the people that are here to play Toontown are here because they want to play that original game again. They're here because it's what they grew up with. And although some changes are nice, if you change too much of the formula, people don't necessarily want that. They just kind of want the original game they played before. Believe it or not, a majority of the player base that's here isn't here because of the fact that they want a new experience. They don't watch YouTube videos. They don't follow Twitter accounts. They just kind of downloaded the game and hop on every once in a while with friends. And those people are the ones that make up a majority of the player base right now. They might not even get to 100 laugh. They may never max at boss. They were just here to play for a couple months and then probably dip out when they decided they wanted to play something else. That's where a majority of the players come from. And the beauty is, as much as people are leaving, there are new people joining every single day, so there's always constantly a player base. So that's kind of how TTR stapled itself as the Toontown. That's how it got to be where it is now. So how about Corporate Clash? We can handle this 2 ways. Why isn't Corporate Clash as big as TTR? And why is Corporate Clash doing better than all the other mock-ups? I'll start with the latter. Why is Corporate Clash not suffering the same fate as all of the other Toontown projects that were out there? The ones that tried and failed and didn't quite make the mark. Well, something that I showed off in my Tooniversal review video, it was a really short video, but what it did is it really kind of cemented the role that Corporate Clash has. Corporate Clash did a really good job of revamping the formula. They really did change the game into something that more players wanted, gave a brand new experience, but still held a lot of the true values of what made Toontown Toontown, with the task line and the gags and the side activities, leveling up, and it did that really well. And of course also marketing. It really does help that originally it kind of was Altus, which did kind of mooch off of a bunch of the streamers and the YouTubers. And then when it rebranded to Corporate Clash and actually had a better staff and better ideas, then a lot more people were a lot more inclined to hop on board, which is one of the reasons why I play it. It's one of the reasons why Smirky plays it. And heck, I think like Loopy was on the staff for a while, or still is. I think he is, right? Like he does like, he's like a content idea guy. Like that's his role. So because of those reasons, Corporate Clash really did a really good job of standing out aside from all of these other smaller projects. Because trust me, there are dozens upon dozens of these smaller projects. I can't tell you how often, like, I'll get a new Twitter account following me called, like, Toontown Zimbabwe, new Toontown server that incorporates, like, a weird gimmick that nobody really cares about. A lot of these Toontown servers generally only introduce 1 or 2 few gimmicks or quality of life updates that we wish would be in TTR but weren't, but aren't different enough to make them their own game. People would rather hang on to the tunes they have and just kind of hope that TTR adds these new things instead of restarting completely on a brand new game. Whereas Corporate Clash has already set the standard of, we're not TTR, we are a completely different game, this is a brand new game and experience, come play us if you like Toontown, but you want something new and different. And that's why it's doing better than all the others. Also, they didn't put a rat in their game. Okay, well if Toontown Corporate Clash though is so great, why isn't it doing as good as TTR? And that reverts back to my initial point, nostalgia. Most of the people playing are playing for the nostalgic purpose. Do you know where Corporate Clash gets most of its player base? They come from TTR. There aren't people who are like, oh, I remember Toontown, I miss Toontown, I'm gonna look that up and see if it's still there and then end up at Corporate Clash. There might have been a couple, right? But it's not common at all. You go on YouTube, search Toontown, you get rewritten. You go on Google, search Toontown, you get rewritten. Go on Reddit, search Toontown, get rewritten. I think Twitch is like the one place where maybe, just maybe, you see more people on Corporate Clash than you do rewritten. But that's just one platform, and that isn't even people's go-to platform when trying to rediscover a game. So because of that fact, Corporate Clash is kind of at the mercy of TTR. It's not going to get new players unless those players first find TTR. So TTR gets those players first, and if those players decide that TTR isn't enough for them, then they move on to Corporate Clash. But TTR will always have that player base first. Corporate Clash unfortunately has the awful ability to market because it is still branded as Toontown. They can't sell it as its own game. It's still part of the Toontown brand, so they can't do things like put it on Steam. They don't do paid sponsorships, right? They can't monetize the game to give it that exposure that it needs because it's still pulling from that original Toontown source. It's not necessarily a bad thing because of the fact that, you know, the game is still thriving, it's still doing very well. It just means it can't be monetized anyway. And if they do monetize it, technically that's stealing. Does that mean Corporate Clash will ever overtake TTR? Yeah, maybe, but it would not be anytime soon. The only way Corporate Clash would ever overtake TTR, if TTR completely stopped 100%. Like, the server would actually have to shut down. And knowing the people who run TTR, they will only shut down if their staff loses interest. Even if they got no more players, even if they themselves were the only ones still playing the game, they would not shut down the server. Because A, they like the game too much, and B, it looks great on their resume. I remember making another video, it was literally called Will Altus Overtake TTR? And that was kind of a joke of a video because, like, the main point I said was no. And I think if I go back and watch that video, it's literally for the same point, that most of the people who find the game came from TTR. There's no way to be able to overtake TTR as the main server unless TTR completely messes up or completely shuts down. It's just not going to happen because regardless if you think there's like drama or bad news with the staff and a big Reddit thread comes out exposing everybody, a majority of the player base doesn't follow any of that. A majority of the player base doesn't care. They're just casual gamers who found a game that they used to play when they were a kid and just want to experience that again. But that doesn't mean that Corporate Clash can't still thrive. In fact, if TTR actually picks it up and they start doing new updates, then you have more people who are finding TTR, and when more people find TTR, they start looking up YouTube videos, they start going on Reddit, they start finding the Twitch streams, and before you know it, they also find TTCC as well. So kind of for the better of the community as a whole, I'd hope TTR does better so that TTCC can do better. And I didn't expect to talk through the entire CJ. To be fair, we did do the entire CJ in less than 20 minutes though, so I'll take that. But that's just some food for thought. I thought it was an interesting topic. You guys can let me know what you think. What makes these games so great? What makes one better than the other? Why do you think one is going to do so well? And that's going to be it from me. I do like making these videos. A lot more of these type of videos to come where I'm just sitting down talking about stuff, and I hope you guys are excited for that as well. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Stay awesome. God bless, and peace out. See ya.